Hi, I'm Chef Michel Nischan, and I bet I'd be hard-pressed to find a DishandDiner who's going to open a can of cranberry sauce for the holidays. So what I've done is taken a recipe from my book, Homegrown Pure and Simple, and adapted it to be a really quick, super fresh, nice, tangy, caramelized onion and cranberry jam or sauce. You can use it on pork, you can use it on turkey, refrigerate it up to 3 days. You can mix it with mustard for a sandwich spread. Really great stuff, and it is of the season. So to start, we're going to take some really nice Riesling wine. Oh, about 2 cups, I'd say that is right there. About a cup of orange juice. A couple of cups of apple juice or apple cider, whatever you like better. Even something like pomegranate juice, for instance, would be really great. Cranberries go with just about everything. So, we're going to crank up, about a medium-high fire. And then just before we put the cranberries in, we want to get probably a teaspoon to a tablespoon of some local honey. This is honey from a bear, one of my favorites. Boo-boo. And then we have some nice fresh cranberries. And as you can see, cranberries are pretty firm, and they really are pretty bitter and tannic if you don't cook them in stuff that's sweet. And then last but not least, a little bit of spice of the season. We have 2 sticks of cinnamon, which really taste beautiful with orange and cranberry. Now what we're going to do is allow that to come to a simmer. We're going to simmer it 6 to 8 minutes. And while that's happening, we're going to get an onion ready for caramelizing. You see that I cut the onion in half. What I'm doing is I'm going to go and follow the angle. Now, a lot of people they like to be fast and they like to go chop, chop, chop and impress everybody. I like to cut on an angle as I go around the onion so that you really get beautiful pieces of julienne flesh. So you can see that I'm kind of following the onion up to the half. I turn it around and I'm going to do the same thing all over again. And what I'm going to get are onion slices that are even, and they're going to cook really the same. And this is what you're looking for, really just beautiful pieces. You don't want it paper thin. Again, we want a little bit of texture to these onions when they're cooked. There we have it. Now we're going to transfer this to a rear burner. Love gas. Gas is good. And put a cover on that, and that'll bring it up to a simmer much more rapidly. And then we're just going to put a medium saute pan on. And before the onions hit the pan, I want to make sure that the pan gets uncomfortable to the touch. So I just tap my fingers on it till it feels just about right. Now as you'll see, when I pour the oil in, the oil's going to ripple just a little bit. It's not smoking. It's really important that you don't get a pan so hot that the oil smokes. I don't know if anyone's ever really noticed, but when you cook oil until it starts smoking and you eat what you cooked in it, you get this aftertaste that you can't quite put your finger on. It's the scorched oil. So very, very important to have a hot pan, but not so hot that the oil smokes. I'm going to sprinkle that with a little bit of salt, some freshly milled pepper, just a few waves. Give it a couple of tosses. And now we're going to let these onions cook about 6 to 10 minutes or until they're really nice and caramelized. Now that is looking perfect. Now we have the cranberry sauce, which has been simmering for a while, and you can see that the cranberries have broken. Got a nice simmer going on. Just going to pull these back here and then go right into the caramelized onion and cranberry jam with the caramelized onions. And we're going to stir this in. This is not your usual cranberry sauce for the holiday. And here, we just so happen to have a little bit of roast turkey. And watch what happens when we just put a little bit of this wonderful cranberry and caramelized onion sauce on top. Look at that. Now, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a great alternative to that kind of thick, ubiquitous jelly type stuff that's full of high fructose corn syrup and all that other jazz that just doesn't belong in a Thanksgiving dinner? So there you have it, DishandDiners. That's my idea of fresh, seasonal, local holiday fare. Thanks for checking it out. Caramelized onion and cranberry jam right there.